Okay, so Tom, go ahead and go.
All right. Hey, my name's Tom Smedley from the Esri Defense Team out here in Virginia. I'm excited to share for the teams out there the power of ArcGIS to serve as your geospatial open platform for innovation. I can't help you with focus area 1 or 2. I hope you're working on that. I'm not in the hardware sensor applications arena, but we sure do connect with that community and technology. And that connection is driving the availability of new data types and data sets, which is driving demand for new GIS experiences by our operators across the military. The ArcGIS platform integrates all types of data like you see here, and it can bring in your data. Maybe it's in one of these formats, maybe it's with JSON, XML, or REST endpoint. If it has a location component, we can help you connect it to ArcGIS. For the dense urban environment, we are seeing new data types that inform the megacity and built environment above the ground, on the ground, and below the ground, and we're seeing it in 3D. Organizations are adopting 3D because it has intrinsic value. It has a more accurate representation of the real world and helps planners and operators work in a digital twin of the objective area. I hope I have generated some interest. Please check out my team's post. I followed Justin's instructions and my idea on the challenge site. Thanks a lot.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Tom. Okay, let's see, who's next? Benjamin Durham, you are next. And if you could, oh yeah, the other issue, yeah, if you could share your screen or show your face.
Hey, can you see my screen?
Yep.
All right, cool. Hey, everybody. My name is Benjamin Durham, based out of Austin, Texas. I'm the co-founder of a startup named Ploto, i.e. Plotting Photos. We've created a project called Tech Support. Our focus areas are on the collection of sensory data, sensing data, as well as actually visualizing that information using our SMS plus web-based platform. The spirit of our technology is based around people don't need to download applications. They can use text messaging instead. We have multiple different types of applications, but we want to explore 3 scenarios. One of using our tools for intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance to actually learn more about certain locations for events. During events, we can push our tools with reverse 911 protocols to be able to do a mass notification, collect information, and following any kind of major event, we can also use our tools to crowdsource the collection of digital media for forensics analysis. We're seeking folks that have experience with the different types of performance metrics or actionable intelligence that's needed by warfighters on the ground, and also help with some of our data visualization strategies. Thanks, and I appreciate your help.
All right, thanks, Ben. Okay, who's next? Thomas Pacelli. Where are you?
Okay, hey everybody, I'm Thomas Pacelli. I'm a naval officer in Norfolk, and my team is Slick AR, and here's our pitch. Successful operations are driven by timely, accurate intelligence. Our system fuses SIGINT, LiDAR, IR, cameras, and other data sources to increase situational awareness for operators across a variety of operations. Operators can deploy drones, sensors, and other hardware to collect data, and our system will process, fuse, and tailor that intelligence to customers at all levels. For example, at the tactical level, we will provide AR overlays which show waypoints, building interiors, location of hostiles and friendlies, and more. By leveraging a variety of data streams, we can sense physical characteristics, label people and objects within a room, and quickly deliver that information to operators. Our product, Slick AR, would be powered by Unity for 3D visualization and AR, and Microsoft Azure for data processing, storage, machine learning, and connectivity. Ideally, this will be outputted on AR-capable hardware such as the HoloLens. Our team's looking for 1 to 2 developers with computer vision or machine learning backgrounds and network engineering backgrounds. Also, someone with a UX background and someone with a business finance background. Thank you.
Great, awesome. Okay, so Fabio, go ahead.
Hello, everybody. My name is Fabio De Silva, and we're pitching the Microwave Image Detection, Analysis, and Ranging System, or MWIDAR. This system was developed for localization and monitoring of first responders in non-line-of-sight scenarios, such as indoor fires, active shooter, and chemical spills. Our technology uses ultra-wideband signals capable of obtaining images with as little as 3 microseconds of acquisition time and at a rate greater than 500 frames per second. This allows the MY-DAR to monitor and track time-dependent events from as slow as a beating heart to as fast as explosions. This technology is patent pending, and it's being translated to the commercial sector through the incorporation of our company, WaveSense. And our immediate goal is to seek strategic partners in sectors such as first responders, defense, research, and space programs to help finalize and apply the MY-DAR. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, Advaita?
Yep, good afternoon. My name is Advait Singh. I'm part of the team Blue Buffaloes. And at the moment, our team is focusing on the detect activity focus area, more specifically the hostage rescue scenario. Our idea at the moment is to work on small silent drones that prioritize stealth. This would allow first responders to get a more accurate insight into the building, have target acquisition, and know where the threats and the victims are in the building. We plan to have multiple drones to ensure 100% uptime and to provide constant information to the first responders and to Central Command for decision making. We plan to collect data about the location of the suspects, hostages, victims, and other threats in the building, as I mentioned, to better inform first responders. This data will be sent back to Central Command for processing and decision making. And that's what we have at the moment. Thank you.
Awesome, thanks. Okay. Neil, I think you're next.
Yeah, hi, my name is Neil Malhotra. My team name is V Rotors. And our focus area is display information. We're building an application suite for PCs, mobile devices, and VR headsets for real-time visualizations of the 3D building scene with both a third-person fly-around mode and a direct first-person mode from inside the exploring robot. The visualization includes, of course, video, the rendered AR object overlays, person icons, and so forth, integrated mesh. It is collaborative between the on-scene team members working with outside experts. And in the live mode, the platform can support real-time control of the robot devices for direct exploration. We would love to find additional team members with experience in LiDAR and other sensor data. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Alex Brickner.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
So my name is Alex Brickner. The team I am on is called Simplesense. And the focus area that we are solving is relating to data transfer. The problem area that we're solving is that most of the communications in dense urban environments occur through radio. However, there are a lot of disconnected and siloed platforms that contain emergency response information, such as a computer-aided dispatch platform, a physical security incident management system, and other emergency management tools. So there is an opportunity to bridge that information and share it in real time to reduce response time and operator cognitive load. And so we've been working with a group of mentors that have a lot of experience in dense urban warfare and in identifying scenarios where this kind of information sharing would be extremely valuable. And we're looking for more mentors that could continue to provide use cases and experiences for us to adapt this information sharing. So that's it. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, let's see. You have to keep burning. All right, Scott Tousley, you are up.
This is Scott. Can you guys hear me okay and see the screen?
Yep.
I'm Scott Tousley with Splunk, a major data-to-everything analytics platform used throughout DoD, government, and an awful lot of commercial customers. My background, I was an Army combat engineer, have been in operational roles there and with the Bureau and DHS both. Here for an idea and for partner connections both. And a hello to my old friend Greg Bernard. One, our mission world is awash in data. It's structured, unstructured, fluid, dynamic, unpredictable. We see all this data in semi-organized and unpredictable fashion, usually through dashboards, visuals, some sort of collaboration tools. An example of one that we're in the middle of doing a global restart for a lot of our customers with right now. You can see in what I'm showing. This data can also be fleeting, inconsistent, provided with limited context. 2, at the same time, our operators view and act on this data with different personal experience, backgrounds, and histories. And I'm talking operators and operator teams and whole organizations. Most modern challenges resist a linear system of challenge, data, and mission operations. It's usually uncertain, messy, and teams and organizations have got to find ways to connect experience with data-driven knowledge. So building from typical software systems like our platform and others, we need software tools that can connect what our operators know in their heads with what the data suggests. Alexa for operators and analysts, if you use that phrase, it's got to account for operator experience and even bias, leverage machine learning, and provide experiential context to data presented for analysis and action, all to help us see into the unknown. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Scott. Okay, so that brings us to Stan.
Great. So my name is Stanislav Seltzer, and I'm working with Bruce Heck. The team name is Alone in the Ocean, and you can see us the channel on the team. Our expertise, my expertise is AI, NLP, also sensor fusion, knowledge representation, inference, course of action. So our proposal for this challenge is not specific, but it's all-encompassing system that covers sensor integration, UI for the first responders using ATAC. For the desktop, we use Cesium or Google Earth. And what we want to have on first responders' cell phones as an intelligent assistant that can capture the voice traffic that goes back and forth and translate the voice traffic into something that machine can learn and interpret in parallel to human as to be an assistant, sort of like Alexa. But obviously with open system, which can integrate sensors, can integrate voice, and integrate other information that coming in real time. So we have several partners which are working with us. These are working radar manufacturers, and we're also working with company which is specializing in course of action. So we effectively a system integrator. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Do you need anything? Do you need teammates or mentorship?
Yeah. So if you have interest in knowledge representation, if you have interest in NLP or situational awareness, course of action. So even if you don't have a technical skills or you just have a military or commercial skills in this kind of areas, I think we would be interested in you. Yeah.
Great. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. So now we've got Dexter.
My name is Dexter Ang. I am CEO of Pison, a Boston-based company. Our team is offering our technology services or advice and resources of our we're developing a new disruptive capability. You can see it here. Our Gambit hardware sensor is worn on the top of the wrist. We work and partner with several SOF community members as well as AFSOC on being able to leverage this technology. It captures finger movements and also the compass bearing of that unit of the hands, and how it's used is in one aspect is to do pointing. So for example, a JTAC or a SOF member or a breacher would be able to point in a room in a skyscraper, for example, and identify that room as having hostiles or civilians. We already have a plugin to have that technology mark waypoints inside of ATAC that can be used for just for SA, but it can also be used for any sort of ground point for or air point for a robot or drone. And so I'll just show you, this is our tech in action with a user holding a weapon as well. And so this is a ground robot that we've integrated with the Boston Dynamics Spot. User simply points And from pointing, we understand the directionality of that arm. And then when the user lifts their finger, as you're going to see here, he lifts his finger, that becomes drop a waypoint for this ground robot to attend to. And that's where we can have the situational awareness of feeds from either individual or swarm robotics. It's also important to get that into ATAC and even to manipulate either the phone screen or the augmented reality screen as well. So we're here to help all teams and help all mentors out with our technology as much as possible. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Doctor. Okay. Get the spotlight. We're gonna unmute. All right, Dmitry.
All right, voice check.
Yep, you're good. Go ahead.
Hey, hello everyone. My name is Dmitry, and I'm working on an evolving bridge multi-agent system concept that adapts not only to environment but also to users, where users are drones, robots, other devices, and ultimately humans. In other words, such systems self-organizes various methods and hardware to share questions and answers, such as where I am, what is my mission, where are friendly forces, where are enemy forces, and suggest what to do, where to be, and what to have. The crazy aspect of IDEA is in event-driven, concurrent, and distributed framework that self-optimizes via genetically programmed methods. Simply, I'm building nature-inspired system that adapts to acquire information in the most efficient way and adapts to apply such information in the most optimal way. I'm looking forward for your feedback and also looking forward for people who can help me organize mission variables. Would be emergency situation or combat situation or any accident. I just need help to go over all the state variables that can possibly or even theoretically be included in such system. So thank you for your time. Over.
All right, thanks, Dmitry. He shows up on Teams as, what is it? It's a evolving bridge? What?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. So look for evolving bridge on Teams for Dmitry. Okay, let's see here. Dan, let's allow you to talk. All right, Dan, you there? Dan Mo?
Yes, sir.
Cool,
Yep.
Go ahead.
All right. My name's Dan Moe. I have 20 years experience in hazardous materials emergency response, and I have a master's in science from San Diego State in Homeland Security. What I propose is to make a device that will greatly enhance situational awareness for first responders and the military. I want to build lightweight, portable, airborne bots that scan areas of interest using laser reflection and thermal imaging technology, resulting in both 2D and 3D images of the items scanned. These bots will push relevant data from the scans to handheld devices used by boots on the ground and command posts, providing immediate and accurate situational awareness. A big bonus is that much of the technology needed can be bought off the shelf. I need a team of savvy computer experts and energy tech experts to help me out. Hope you like this idea and will join me on this adventure. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Dan. Okay, let's see here. I think it's Suraj next. Yep. Oh, too many windows open. Let's see here. Suraj.
Do you guys see this?
Yep.
Sounds good. Okay. So picture this. You're a new recruit in a fire truck headed over to a burning building. Your squad leader yells out, 3 blocks away. Your mind kicks into overdrive. You start looking for similarities in the building patterns, since it's likely that 3 blocks away, the buildings are going to be more or less the same, right? But you don't know the layout of the destination. Your best guess is just that, a guess. After speaking with my high school friend at the LA Fire Department, we realized that institutional memory loss is a huge problem that fire departments face. As experienced firefighters retire and leave, the department loses years' worth of experience and expertise. These professionals know inside and out the layouts of these designated districts in the area and lead these missions to fight the fires. Enter FloorViz. We take 2D building layouts and transform them into 3D models for use by control center operatives at fire departments. With this additional information, firefighters now have nearly 4 to 5 minutes to plan their mission as opposed to just a mere 30 to 45 seconds. Though each fire truck has a binder of local floor plans, we transform these dusty binders into sleek and intuitive models that can better prepare firefighters for duty and eliminate institutional memory loss within fire departments. Thank you. We're looking for mentors interested in this kind of area, as well as people who are involved in computer vision.
Awesome. Good job. Okay, let's see here. Samuel.
Yep.
You said you wanted Elijah.
Correct.
Hello.
There you go. Go ahead.
All right, perfect. Thanks, guys. So we are teamed Goliath, and we are some students from the University of Michigan and Emory University, and then we'll give us your pitch right now. Go ahead, Elijah.
Yeah, so our solution uses IoT devices to provide 3D visualizations to emergency responders. So how it works is once a civilian makes a call to 911, their phone becomes a beacon that connects to multiple IoT devices near them to streamline 3D visualizations of the buildings or areas they're in. And this goes to the emergency responders. So we're planning on integrating multiple tools that can allow us to do this. We're also going to look through using this technology for Army Rangers and other military personnel. So without the civilian 911 call as the beacon. And we're also looking at using this even during power outages or no network availability, with possibilities such as mesh network alerts and other technologies similar.
Yeah, and we're also looking for talented teammates who have experience with working with the IoT devices, gathering data from their sensors, and creating augmented reality environments with technologies like 3ds Max, photogrammetry, Unity, and other similar technologies. So thank you, guys, and we look forward to meeting you.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Okay, Brian Stream.
Yes. Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
So yes, I'm Brian Stream. I'm the CEO of a company called GetPremier. Premier builds an AR 3D drone navigation system. We just graduated from the TechStars Air Force cohort. The idea I'm pitching right now is a project called InMap. It's an indoor 3D map aggregator. So the problem is first responders and warfighters have no insight into what the interior of a building looks like. This obviously makes dangerous situations even more dangerous. The question we have is why don't we have a map database for interior spaces, essentially like Google Earth, but for inside the buildings? And that's what we want to build. So the solution would be essentially we want to aggregate images and 3D models from multiple data sources, anything from real estate listings, smartphone sensors. The new iPhone obviously has a LiDAR sensor on it. Instagram, Facebook pictures, and also the Department of Buildings has 2D blueprints that we want to make 3D models of, and then put it into a simple iPhone application. The benefits are it works on smartphones. It's pretty frictionless. Everybody's used to working with an iPhone. The data is ours, and we could update it as we see fit. Over time, the database will become more robust, and our map coverage will increase. We could do things like we could search the date. We could search a building with computer vision of our models. And also the great thing about it is this sort of project, it definitely can be built in a reasonable time frame, and it definitely can work. I've spoken to I think 6 or 7 mentors to advise on the problem and the solution. They seem to like it. I'm looking right now for full stack developers, people who Python scrapers, people like that. Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks, Brian. Okay, let's see. Who's next? Reese. Spotlight you. There we go. Take it away.
Hi, I'm Charisse, project team for the Muta, project lead for the Muta team. Muta is a sensor that converts muonic energy to radio or ultrasonic waves for see-through-the-wall imaging. With a Muta sensor, emergency personnel and military operators will now be able to see through walls. The project team is seeking subject matter experts, team leads, and team members to design a Muta prototype, to determine a Muta prototype cost estimate, to create Muta pitch documents. So if you have the scientific know-how to design sensors, transducers, transmitters, rechargeable batteries, radar systems, or experience with radio wave imaging, photoacoustic imaging, delayed Doppler imaging, electrical engineering, advanced algorithms for image processing, data transmission, or product designs, we need you on our team. If you want to help design a see-through-the-wall system, sign up through the Muta post in the team formation tab after the pitch session. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. All right, let's cancel the spotlight. I think I'd have memorized the list by now, but I'm just going to keep looking back at it every single time. All right, Joseph.
All right, thank you. Hey, Rangers lead the way. My name is Joe. I'm from Team F Society from the Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy at Tufts University, and our focus is on physical characteristics and activity. Our concept is the layered overview of key infrastructure system, or the LOKI system, and it builds off of prototype concepts from DARPA's OFFSET program and the Navy's Nemesis EW ecosystem, essentially fusing operational capabilities of both into a single autonomous swarm-enabled technology that's robust, adaptive, largely decentralized, and requires little communication. Our LOKI system is conceptualized to be an autonomous swarm architecture of all sensor micro UAVs that provide real-time intel to your strike force and then back to C3CM. The system's primary functions are key infrastructure mapping, target deconfliction, and environmental threat detection, and it's reconfigurable with modular payloads based on your operational needs. So for a hostage rescue mission, human swarm teaming will see the swarm flow with the team through floors of a building as they clear. And for your cross-domain countermeasure coordination of near-peer threats, LOKI can be employed both offensively and defensively to maintain spectrum dominance. Looking for those familiar with nascent swarm tech applications, swarm algorithm development, et cetera. So this concept is idealized to be the pinnacle of swarm autonomy and perception, human swarm teaming, and is a devastating force multiplier for first responders and small unit needs in urban settings. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, Danger.
Hello, my name is Danger Riley. My team name is Alora. The working title right now is Response Action Priority, or RAP. And essentially the problems we're looking to solve are detect activity, detect physical characteristics. We started asking the question, how does the local population use a city? We have all these vertical structures, lots and lots of buildings, but how are those buildings used? Kind of a pattern of life for the city as a whole. And so what we're looking at doing is taking anonymized cell phone data and integrating the Z coordinate so building an altitude to look at the ways that buildings are occupied over the period of the course of a day or over a period of time. So what buildings are abandoned, what buildings are highly densely occupied, and that information we think would be useful for people who are trying to distribute supplies, particularly distribute help in the context of an acute emergency. So in an earthquake, when people don't have a chance to get out of a building, you'll know from historic data how many people were typically in that building at a period in time, to give you a better shape of where you might want to go. In disasters that are not like earthquakes or tsunamis or big explosions, things that people have a little more notice, it'll be a little less accurate, but it'll still be a good starting place to look at how people are using the city, what activity is normal, what kinds of activity, is this a pandemic or is it the Sabbath, right? And when you're new to a city, knowing how people as a whole use the city might help you with setting up operations headquarters, would help you set up for distribution centers. So that's what we're working on.
What do you need?
We are thinking, technically this is very feasible. So essentially we're looking for how to map it. We're looking at doing complexity scores for areas, because mapping in, over massive areas, that the verticality is challenging. So data visualists, graphic designers, that kind of thing.
Okay, great, thank you. All right, who is next? Alexander Giles. I can't hear you, but we'll come back to you. Okay, let's see here. Aaron, you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it.
So Aaron Pierce of Pierce Aerospace. We are developing remote identification and identification of foe technologies. We're heavily focused on identity assurance, authenticity, authentication, and verification to deliver positive ID to aid in accurate IFF and faster execution of rules of engagement. We helped author the standards for commercial remote identification, and our mission is to aid in making sense of and enhancing situational awareness of friendly operators and assets, unmanned aircraft, and other robots included in dense urban environments. We've had early success in providing positive ID to drones in live fire events with U.S. Army Futures Command and Northrop Grumman. And we'd like to work with mentors to further evaluate our work and expand the utility for urban environments, while also obtaining feedback across from those who've operated in those environments. We're happy to speak with other Android developers, network and database engineering, web and RF engineers as well. Certainly seeking mentor feedback and any other inputs that we can get from the rest of you as we go down this path. And happy to help as well, bounce ideas off of, and be a team player as we go forward with everybody in this. Looking forward to it.
Awesome, thanks, Aaron.
Thank you.
All right, let's see who's next. So we got Rich. Where are you?
I'm right here.
Cool. Take it away.
Hello, my name is Rich Kleinhens. My team name is Renaissance, and I'm looking at pretty much all the focus areas. I didn't feel like focusing on one made a lot of sense. I wanted to focus on the overarching thing as a whole. So my idea is to have a drone that's relatively small, and basically have it so that it doesn't move the air a lot, because I'm using this for military and first responder use, and I know one of the descriptions was in the tunnels or subway spaces, and I don't want it to kick up methane if we have or other possibly hazardous particles in the air, and basically I want it to be able to have a lot of variety, and have interchangeable sensors, so you could collect data on faces, certain particles in the material, or certain particles in the air, and then connect that to like an application on a PC or a mobile device that could have sections that you could easily switch between, and just have an overall well-rounded function. I'm looking for pretty much anybody. I mean, I'm an 18-year-old kid. I'm in high school right now. I'm a senior, so I have no connections. I don't have a company. But like I want to get out there. I want to see if I can get this thing to work, because I think it's pretty feasible. And I think there's a lot of places you can go with it. You could use it for. I know one of the options that I had on there was like a stud finder, or more specifically, you can incorporate pre-existing maps that you have to with geolocation to see if you can find the critical points in design. And then also the main idea is to use Raspberry Pis, but that can change over time, and basically have it map for itself using a starting direction as degree 0, and then it can create its own map that can be 3D rendered, and it's just this all-encompassing thing, and I just need all the help.
All right, cool. We're over time. All right, Alex, let's come back to you, see if it works now.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Excellent, great. Sorry about that, guys. Good evening, everyone. It's getting late here, so maybe that's why my audio wasn't working. I'm with Team Tercio, and our plan is to deliver the hyper-enabled standard. The information needs of the warfighter have never really changed. They are, where am I, where are my teammates, and where is the enemy? And Team Tercio, we consist of brand width, and if you've been following the team's site, you will have seen the work that they do. They have enhanced situational awareness through world-class UX and UI. They've been doing a lot of work with the firefighters here and delivered a great system that you would have seen on Teams. And myself, I'm with Iceni Labs. We're a sensor innovation company. Amongst other things, we've developed cutting-edge ultra-wide beam sense through the wall technology here for the British Special Forces, and we're under contract to deliver those systems right now. They are being trialed right now with the British Special Forces. We've just been assigned a new contract to do a very interesting thermal weapon sights next generation program, which is contracted under the Ministry of Defense. I'm afraid I can't talk too much about it, but it's very cool. And we're looking for any new members that can help to build the future of warfighter visualization. And what we've come together, what Team Tercio has come together, is to offer an effective, affordable, and scalable solution to the knowledge needs of this hyper-enabled operator. And we're proposing to create a single integrated visual representation of the dismounted battle space. And that's going to allow the warfighter to instantly picture their location within it, the physical makeup of their surroundings, i.e. the difference between cover and versus concealment, the position of threats versus civilians. And we're going to build that picture using a wide variety of sensors. And that's designed to be an open and common standard where developers can test both improvements to existing sensors and entirely new technologies. It will act as a fusion point for each of these new sensors, and it will seamlessly integrate them to afford actionable intelligence at the point of need. So what we're looking for are people out there, and I've already seen some great ideas already, that have got new ideas for sensors and they want to try integrating them into a common system, or people that have an idea of an extra layer of visualization that we can put on top of our system. If you go onto Teams, you'll see the Safe Scan system that ICINI Labs has developed. That's sitting there as an idea on Teams, and you'll see the great work that Brandwidth has done on visualization. So I hope you'll see that we're a great team already, but we're completely open to new people joining us. Thank you very much.
Cool. Thanks, Alex. All right, Lauro.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes. My name is Lauro Ojeda, and I am with the team developing indoor tracking systems. I have been working with inertial sensors for the past 20 years, and for the last 15, I have been making personal tracking systems using inertial sensors. And the last couple of years, my focus has been on making a fully self-contained, seamless device that can be worn without you even noticing it. So the current sensor weighs only 5 grams. That's the equivalent of 2 pennies, and it's only 3 by 2 by 1 centimeter. It's fully developed, and it's ready to be used. If you're not familiar with inertial sensors, so inertial sensors do not require any external reference. So if they cannot be jammed, they do not emit any signal, so they cannot be detected, and they work in pretty much any environment. It can be the day, in an environment filled with smoke, no light, anywhere. So from the tactical point of view, they offer many advantages. What we have been struggling is just making the right connections with the military and police departments, emergency response agencies. And so we feel that we need a lot of help there. And ideally, a good partner for us would be somebody that has the mapping solution where we can just plug, we can just provide our location.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. I have Keaton next. Keaton, if you're talking, you're muted.
Hi, I'm Keaton Reganor. I'm Director of Business Development with Varitek. Varitek applies a fusion of technologies providing situational awareness to the operators to prevent blue-on-blue casualties. We provide a real-time view of each friendly asset on the ground through a mini-map of the AO in a heads-up augmented reality display. A 3D plan of the building will be accessed from a blockchain-enabled repository and adjusted based on real-time drone footage. Civilian, mobile phone tracking, and body cameras as well. The AR headset will also be able to relay a real-time video feed to the command so that commanders can see what their troops on the ground see. The Varitek kit will decrease the risk of casualties and increase the lethality of the special forces.
Awesome. Do you need teammates?
Yeah, we're looking for anyone that's in sensory, sensors, geomapping, and drones.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank
you. All right, Peter, go ahead.
Hello.
All right, take it away.
All right, thank you. Play video here, a demo video. All My name is Omar Ilarayan. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Clio Robotics. We're a Boston-based startup and graduates of the Air Force Accelerator program powered by Techstars. Our technology is called the Dronut, which you see here on the screen. It's the world's first aerial robot that's designed and engineered to operate.
If you're trying to share, just one second. I don't see anything on the screen if you're trying to share something.
Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. It's the world's first aerial robot that's designed and engineered to operate in confined spaces and dense urban environments. The Dronut uses counter-rotating propellers instead of a duct, and our proprietary thrust vectoring technology for control. The result is an ultra-compact, ultra-safe, and very efficient UAV, which makes it ideal for use in confined spaces and allow the warfighter and law enforcement personnel to clear buildings, caves, and tunnels. We're open to teaming up with others that can enhance the value proposition, and especially around video transmission. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Okay, Peter, can we try again with you? Let me pull you up.
Great. So my name is Peter Dragos, and I'm part of the team Optical Mesh, along with Chen Zheng. We're trying to tackle problems related to decision support and tactical awareness. We are looking to use cheap, small, battery-powered, disposable optical sensors to provide situational awareness in dense, occluded urban areas. The optical sensors will cue each other to maintain many tracks for people and vehicles simultaneously under typical dense urban occlusions, as well as being capable of perspective transformations. We may be using a 3D simulator for demo purposes. We're targeting data acquisition and display for counterterrorism and military applications. We are very interested in speaking with the mentors, especially those with experience in small unit special reconnaissance. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Let's see here. Eric Schleicher.
Hey, what's up, man?
It's good to see you.
So, long story short, crossing the threshold into the unknown as an operator when you're trying to get interior line of sight is really, really scary. So what we decided to do was build a drone that allows you to be in the coal mine. So we have a first-person view drone system. So you can see it right here, but it's also right here. So can you put it up on the screen? So when you wear this, or when the hyper-enabled operator wears this, it means that they can actually see firsthand what's inside the system, what's inside the classroom, what's inside that Adobe or that hut, because that's the missing capability right now. We already have a bunch of overhead ISR. I know because I built the entire system, but what they're missing is the actual inside view. So what we decided to do when we built this was give it into the pilot's hands or the operator's hands, the HEO's hands, to fly close by without the entire cellular infrastructure and allow them to say, hey, there's a bad guy inside on the right corner. And now the rest of the team can also see this view. We already have contracts for this. We have 2 AFWERX sole source SIBRs. We have great teaming arrangements, and we would love to work with anybody else who's working with this. What we're looking for right now is a government customer who would like to test the system out. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Leo. Okay, Tom or Theodore. Let's see here.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Yes. Here, let me share my screen with you guys. Okay. All right, are we there?
I don't see it. There it goes.
All right. All right. So my name is Ted Skofis. I'm a there we go, former Army Ranger, and I recently completed a master's degree in product design. I guess I'm Team Firelink. This is Firelink. Firelink is an information ecosystem from mission start to end that uses an in-building sensor mesh network to disseminate internal building conditions in real time through 2 devices that serve firefighters, fire captains, and battalion chiefs. The sensors that make up the system are capable of detecting temperature, toxic industrial chemicals, cell phone signals, and other sensors' locations. Sensors are placed on every floor of the building and are interconnected and connect to the cloud. In total, the sensor mesh network forms the data standpipe. The data standpipe models the internal conditions of the buildings in real time and gives firefighters an understanding of the size and location of the fire and presence of civilians. The data template displays the internal conditions of the building in real time. It includes 3D model of the building, blueprint, and charts that show metrics such as fire flow, max temp by floor, and other the number of cell phones, which may correlate to civilians. And then part and parcel with that is the Shield AR heads-up display, which gives vital information to those who are actively fighting the fire in order to increase their situational awareness and allow them to make more effective and efficient decisions. The device fits on the helmet and can be used with and without SCBA masks and without occupying their hands. And when all of these systems are in place, it opens the door to radical new possibilities, such as a command and control hologram that can be used for precise leadership on fighting fires and rescue operations. And I am looking for people who are interested in collaborating and have a similar vision and a technical background, and who would be well complemented by someone with a background in human-centered design.
Awesome. Okay. So I think that's it, unless anybody else wants to pitch. Going once, twice, 3 times. Okay, so I think that's it, guys. Good job. We did it in an hour, you know, given my long monologue at the beginning. So with that, I know a bunch of you have already started posting in Teams. Again, the instructions are in the document that I sent out. Please try to follow the format. You know, post your team name in the post subject. Your name will show up underneath it. So go ahead. I ask you guys to go ahead and start posting your ideas there so people can start engaging with you. I've been recording this thing, so I'm going to try to get this thing processed in the next couple days so that people can come along and watch it afterwards. But with that, hopefully you guys saw a lot of interesting ideas. Talk to each other, see if you guys want to form up as a team, reach out to the mentors. Hopefully the mentors will also be reaching out to you on your ideas on Teams, because there was a bunch online here today. So with that, I'm gonna conclude us. So thanks a lot, everybody, for taking the time to come and pitch. They were all really, really good. I really liked them. And hopefully we'll start seeing a bunch more activity on Teams and on the challenge site. If you have any questions, please feel free, reach out to me via email or via Teams, or post on Teams in the questions for staff section. Thanks a lot, everybody. Bye-bye.